So two other people that I can talk about. There were so many over the years, but one was later on, I became department chairman of the English department. My friend Joe Brackley stopped being it, and I got elected, and so I became department chair. And every year, teachers, you get new teachers at a school as big as Foothill, and we got this young teacher who was brand new right out of college. His name was Billy Morrison, and he was kind of a free spirit. He didn't like to follow the rules very much, which I didn't either, and we had a lot of laughs and a lot of good times. He ended up being a really good teacher. He was actually a college soccer player, and so he was an athlete and a neat guy. But what I remember most about Billy was that we liked to read the same kinds of books, and we talked about them. And he taught me how to surf, so that was kind of cool. I was a kid from Washington. I lived inland, nowhere near the ocean, and Billy had always lived on the coast, and he taught me how to surf. I don't surf anymore, but I did for a while, and that was down at Hermosa Beach, California. So that was cool. He was neat. He was here for a few years, and then unlike me, he didn't get stuck, and he moved back home. So good for him. Haven't seen him or talked to him in years. And then the other one I have to talk about is Mr. Bolstad, who works here at Foothill. I was again department chair, and Mr. Bolstad was a brand new teaching candidate from Minnesota. And he came out here, and he had a crappy little car. He was poor, lived in a cruddy apartment, and he was single. And since I was department chair, like my friend Joe Brackley did before, I invited him to dinner. And I remember him coming over to dinner the first time he ever did. And I had a young family. I had two girls at that point. One of the girls was very small. And Eric Bolstad, Mr. Bolstad, showed up with his laundry. And my wife said, "I think your friend or your new teacher friend brought his laundry. What should I do?" And I said, "Let's let him do his laundry." So he, since he was a bachelor, he not only came over for dinner, but did his laundry at my house. And so we thought that was funny. And then he and I shared rooms next to each other for years and years and years, and had a wonderful time. He was a great teacher. Super smart, liked the same kind of books I liked, and we're lifelong friends too. He's still here. In fact, we talk or text frequently, and we still get together and go for hikes occasionally. So he's a good person, and he's still out there. So wanted to talk about him.